What I haven't seen and what I think needs to happen, there needs to be some negotiations with Willie Simmons to shore him up. You best believe, I mean, just like every year, I really thought 2 years ago he was really close to going to South Carolina. I really, really do. From what I had heard, from the interactions and this, and I don't know if he got cold feet at the last minute and just decided I didn't want to leave my kids at FAMU or whatever. He didn't go. But just like North Carolina Central's coach went to Rice, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he took a position job there.
Yeah. Just like Coach Prime went to Colorado, these college athletic teams seek success. It's success. Football is football. X's and O's are X's and O's. Teams with no off the field problems because they have good leadership. Those things are prime targets for mid-majors and some of the FBS schools. And we all know, with what Willie Simmons is making at FAMU, as a coordinator, they could triple or quadruple that as a coordinator at some of these schools, and definitely as the head coach of a mid-major or so. So FAMU doesn't need to get caught with his pants down. It needs to engage him, make sure he's locked in. Don't just ignore it. Don't hide your head in the sand. It's there. I've heard some boosters talking about it. What are we going to do if somebody comes out to Coach Simmons? Well, now
here's the thing: that conversation. You can't get ready. Like you gotta stay ready.
There has to be something. There's needs something ready to roll out that Coach Simmons can't refuse. One thing FAMU does have: he loves this area. He's from this area. He grew up in the footprint of this area. His wife's a 2-time graduate of FAMU. All of his relatives went to FAMU. He loves that, but he is a human being. He is a man with a family. At some point, looking out for them supersedes that love and nostalgia of wanting to be at FAMU.
Yeah, you can't react to someone wanting your guy, because if they want him, their money's already guaranteed, lined up, ready to go. You can't then talk about let's see what we can do.
The reality is you got Texas A&M say, oh, Jimbo, we don't want you to coach anymore. Here's $76 million, just go away. Well, even on smaller levels than that would be very enticing for a young coach like Willie Simmons. And another thing that's attractive about him is his age. He's mature, but he's at an age where the kids really relate to him, and he relates to the kids in a way that it's very, very hard to see. A lot, but they relate to him well. So I think FAMU, along with bringing in athletes, with getting the high school draft class ready for next season, there needs to be some effort made in shoring up Willie Simmons that he's there. You don't want to lose that momentum. Coming off a Celebration Bowl, you don't want to lose that momentum. Plus, you got to play Troy, you got to play Miami. You want to be ready. You want to give yourselves the best chance at those games as possible. I keep saying that FAMU absolutely should have beat University of South Florida. They just happened to have some turnovers consecutively that changed the scope of that game, but they were going toe-to-toe with an FBS school. I think next year, looking at the recruits that are coming in, if they pan out to be what they have the potential to be, the Troy game could be very interesting. Miami has a lot of players leaving. The Miami game could be very interesting. So, you just want to make sure you have everything in order, but don't forget the coach.